Hi, I'm Dr. Jim Siebert. It's time for our tropical forecast here on YouTube, so let's just get right into it. Nicholas continues to weaken, but just doesn't seem to go away. Winds are now 25 miles per hour. It's moving to the north-northeast at 5, so at least it's moving a little bit. But if you look out into the eastern side of this, notice that we're not really seeing that onshore flow anymore. Now we're just kind of getting back to normal, but we're still seeing some showers in this part of the country. In fact, they're still seeing the possibility of some flooding, but most of that has been isolated a little bit more out here. But you're still pulling in some of that humidity and turning it into showers, and you see rain all the way from the Carolinas down to Florida, back towards Louisiana. So it's not nearly as strong, but Nicholas is still causing problems. And here's a closer look at those flood watches. So from Panama City through Mobile, through New Orleans. And keep in mind, they're still trying to recover from Ida down there. That hasn't changed. And so this has just kind of been a really rough week for the relief workers, the workers trying to get the power back on to people, and then of course people just trying to clean up around their houses. Okay, as we look around our neck of the woods, nothing tropically speaking besides what's left of Nicholas here. We do have some instability in the Gulf, but nothing that is expected to organize into anything. But we do have quite a bit going on out here in the Atlantic. Now, this next wave that's coming off of Africa has a 20% chance of organizing. Not worried about that one. See, it's already turning to the right. Then this one we've been tracking for a few days now. Yesterday they had it up to an 80 to 90% chance of organizing. They've dropped it back just a little bit to 70 to 80% over the next 5 days. And the indications are it's going to take a right-hand turn as well. We're going to take a closer look at the computer models of that one in just a second. Let's come in here a little closer to home. So this now has a 70% chance over the next 2 to 5 days of organizing, but notice the flow. It's going to get caught up in this. It's going to be carried away from the U.S. coast, which is really good news since it's so close already. So let's go and take a look at the modeling for this. And again, granted, when we have, we're kind of in the middle here. We don't have this closed low as of yet. Sometimes you're going to have some of the computer models just way out there. But if you look at the majority here, the consensus is taking it off here to the right. I really doubt it's going to take this little loop and come back around again. But I guess we've seen crazier things, haven't we? Now down here, of course, this one we're watching very carefully just because we don't want it to come into the Caribbean. And most of the modeling has it taking that right-hand turn. And at this time, if it starts taking the right-hand turn here, I mean, we're talking about an ocean storm, and it really isn't something that we have to worry about that much. But it also has a long, long way to go before anything will happen with that one. So we'll keep our eye on that. And even if that forms, again, I don't think it's going to be coming in our direction. As far as names, it's kind of a race between those two systems. Odette and Peter are the next two names on the list, and I would imagine that by the weekend we will have probably Odette somewhere. It's either going to be just off the East Coast or that one moving out into the middle of the Atlantic. And then the rest of the things are quiet for us, so we're still kind of in that recovery mode after Nicholas. We'll still keep our eye on those things out there in the Gulf. And that's about all we have to cover for today in our tropical forecast. We'll see you again real soon.